that lets you save.
Okay.
True Form Life.
If we can understand that we can increase our metabolism by small meals throughout the day, then we can burn body fat, we can gain energy, we can drop some inches that we're looking for, and we can just feel better throughout the day.
Welcome to Exploring Mind and Body with Drew Tadia. Drew is an expert in nutrition, fitness, lifestyle, and more. And he wants to help you live a healthier, longer, and more active life. Now here's your host, Drew Tadia.
Welcome to another edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our True Form Life community. We're coming at you with a brand new show. We appreciate whether you're listening on terrestrial radio across the country or as a podcast around the world. We certainly wouldn't be here without you. So stick around. We got all that coming up.
This is Exploring Mind and Body. Naturally improve your lifestyle one show at a time with your host, Drew Tadia.
What to eat. So a good thing to have in your pantry is like a snack basket or a snack bin. And you can have granola bars in there, trail mix in there, all ready to grab and go. Have your fruit in the fridge already washed. So again, you just grab it and go. Veggies, you can have mixed veggies already chopped up and even in little containers if you can. And then again, you just grab and go. I think it all comes back to if we're not prepared, then it's probably not going to happen.
It's pretty difficult to live a healthy lifestyle without being properly prepared.
Right.
So if you could, I suppose, wrap your head around understanding that we need to be prepared on a regular basis, then we're proactive instead of always rushing behind and trying to catch up. Especially when it comes to snacking.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we could talk about the importance of snack meals, because I think sometimes we're not always sure that we should be snacking all the time, and we should be snacking throughout the day. So maybe Judy can touch on that a little bit about the importance of why we need to be snacking between our regular meals.
Sure. Yeah. So I think when it comes to the importance of snacking, it's important to understand that we need to snack throughout the day to increase our metabolism. So a lot of times people, they don't have energy throughout the day. And I think that has a lot to do with lack of food or lack of nutrients. And when we don't have energy,
we can't perform.
Right.
Poor performance.
We all know what it's like to not have proper performance or not feel well or energized. So if we can understand that we can increase our metabolism by small meals throughout the day, then we can burn body fat, we can gain energy, we can drop some inches that we're looking for, and we can just feel better throughout the day.
And you know what's interesting is, because I used to believe this too, or think that the less that you eat throughout the day, for those of you who might be looking to drop a few pounds or lose a bit of weight, I always thought when I was trying to lose weight, the less that you ate, the better. But it wasn't until I started eating more frequently throughout the day and boosting my metabolism that it really started to shed the weight. So it's so interesting because we have that mindset that less food means less weight.
Right. Which is backwards.
Backwards, yes.
So when it comes to snacking, you need something like Complete Truth protein in your smoothies. This is a protein supplement that we designed, and it's really based around those nutrients that we don't get throughout the day. So we need whole food in our bodies. We need to continue to put high quality nutrients in our body. So Complete Truth protein is made with whole food. So we have quinoa and we have hemp hearts or hemp seeds. So by putting these good quality nutrients into our body on a regular basis, we can fight cravings, for example. We can gain energy. And one of the first things people say when they start using Complete Truth protein is that they can't believe how much energy they have. And that's what happens when we put good quality nutrients into our body. When our body doesn't recognize, utilize, or absorb the foods we put in our body, it's because they're hard to digest or they don't really recognize. Or you need to bake with it in your baking. Or we have awesome protein balls, for example, but it's a great way to increase your metabolism, give you a boost of energy, and put proper nutrients into your body throughout the day so you can live healthy all the time.
Yeah, and it's a convenient way to add more nutrition or more to boost the nutrition of what you're already having. So smoothies, we have smoothie every day because it's so quick and easy to get nutrients in your body. So if you are looking to increase your meals to have it and to include or gain, what's the word I'm looking for? To add a snack meal into your routine of meals. Starting with a smoothie is a great place because it's quick to prepare, easy. You just throw everything in the blender and whip it up. And then by adding some complete truth protein, you are getting even extra nutrients.
Yeah.
And it just has quinoa and hemp seeds in it. That's it, just the 2 ingredients. This is the one we suggest for baking. So if you're looking to bake with it, make protein balls and muffins and cookies, it is your replacement for flour. And it's super easy to do. All you have to do is 1 for 1 in any recipe. So if you have a recipe that calls for half a cup of flour, that'd be a little flour in a recipe. But if it calls for a cup or half a cup of flour, just throw in the equal amount of complete truth protein to boost the nutrients in that. And also, if you want to bake with it, like Drew was saying, you can also use this one in smoothies.
So Maca, I really enjoy Maca because it's an odd type of food. So it's
He's odd.
Maca's like it's kind of like turmeric. It's kind of like ginger.
It kind of looks like a radish.
Kind of looks like a radish. It usually comes in white or yellowish, and it grows. What I think is really cool is it grows like way up in the I would say this wrong. Andes Mountains, and it's the
highest
elevation that food can grow.
So cool.
So like right above the tree line, where
nothing else grows.
Many times you see like just trees and then rock, so it's like in between there, and it grows way up there in this crazy elevation. And the health benefits are amazing. It's actually a superfood. Ali said Maca is the best. It's actually a superfood, and there's a number of different health benefits. We use it for a natural energy boost. So many times when you look at different types of energy, they're fake or synthetic.
There we go. Right on.
Where did
chicks do sometimes?
Where did synthetic come from?
I don't know.
New word.
So
many times you get those fake types of energy boosts, and anytime that comes up, you have a crash. So fake energy boosts like sugar or refined sugar, or many times we used to get those pre-workout drinks, like pre-workout drinks, all kinds of nonsense that we shouldn't be putting in our body. And then you get the crash afterwards. So Maca Jordan is a natural energy booster that you can find at most health food stores. And we can only get them here in powder form.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the reasons or one of the benefits I have seen myself personally through using Maca is my complexion, my skin. I do have breakouts quite often, and my skin is much clearer and less breakouts when I am consuming Maca on a regular basis. That's another one.
Yeah. We just talked about a green smoothie, and we love a green smoothie, which is something we have every single morning. I wonder if there's one in here.
Oh, now he's going to just open the fridge. So the green smoothie is vegetable-based as opposed to fruit-based. So wow, those look awesome with our green shirts. So these babies right here, it's just a vegetable smoothie. So we've got cucumber in there and celery in there, cilantro and parsley, spinach, so lemon, ginger, turmeric. So it's very detoxing, and the sugar, right? Whoop.
Yeah, you don't have that sugar that you would have even with a fruit smoothie. Now, we understand and we believe that sugars are different. Like, they're not all created the same and they process differently in our body. But with fruit, you're still putting sugar in your body. There's still an amount of sugar that can affect you or spike your blood sugar levels, for example. Or, Ali, as you're talking about, it can affect people with candida. So in a situation like that, if you're trying to avoid sugar altogether, you can have something like a green smoothie. Now, this is something that we have every morning, and it's usually prepared and ready to... Dorothy doesn't like the pulp.
So this one is too pulpy. This one's nice and straight. Give my pulp to Drew.
So that's something that we have every single morning. It's a natural energy booster. And you know what was interesting to me is that we had our event on Tuesday, and a lot of people weren't really sure if they were going to try it. I know no one really said like, ooh, that looks gross.
They were very polite.
But you can tell when you bring a food that people aren't so
Used
excited
to,
about.
maybe.
Maybe used to.
Yeah.
And I was surprised, like a lot of people really enjoyed the green smoothie. And I don't know, at least not openly, there wasn't anyone that I noticed that was like, oh, gross. I think most people were surprised at how good the flavor could actually be because it's actually refreshing.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else I really enjoyed was I heard a few side conversations, people talking about how they would switch it up to something that suits them better. For example, there was someone who said, oh, I wouldn't put cilantro in there again because she wasn't a cilantro fan, but I would put more mint, for example. Or, if you're not exactly used to full-on veggie smoothie, you could put in something like a fruit. Someone had mentioned some pineapple, or was there an orange mentioned or something? So it was just nice to see those conversations going on where people could see how they could fit it in their own way so that it worked for them.
Yeah, and I think that's what's great about the workshops that we put together. They're not just us standing up there. Then, you see some of those workshops where people like read off a PowerPoint, or it's like, it's very serious, or for us, this is how we are all the time. So people get a chance to have conversations and add their input as well. And that's important to us because we want to know what everyone else thinks.
Their thoughts, yeah.
Or their experience as well. We learn so much from other people at our workshop. It's amazing. So,
it is amazing. I always said when I was teaching elementary school, I learned so much more from the kids than I teach them, right? And I feel that way the same about our clients and our members and the people we are in contact with throughout our businesses. We learn so much from others as well.
True Form Life.
All right, so there's a few ways that we can burn body fat and increase our metabolism. One of them is through workouts. Mm-hmm. So the best way is to do resistance training. That's better than cardio, like just cardio, for example, which is why we do different types of resistance training workouts. Drinking water, eating spicy foods, mm-hmm. or foods throughout the day. Those are important. Now, the best way to increase your metabolism is to have small meals throughout the day because I suppose it's more realistic. It's more sustainable. Mm-hmm. You're not going to work out 6 times a day to increase your metabolism, or 4 times a day. It just doesn't happen. We have 20-minute workouts. That's going to do a great job in helping you boost your metabolism. So this is what we do: is we have breakfast first thing in the morning to increase our metabolism. A couple hours later, we have a snack, increase our metabolism. So what we're doing is breaking up these meals to increase our metabolism all day long. So to me, if that's our mindset, that's the way we've seen results. That's how we've seen an increase in weight loss, body fat, burning body fat, gain in energy. If that's our goal, then it doesn't make any sense for me to say, oh, it's 6 o'clock, we just finished eating, there's no more meals that we're going to consume for the rest of the evening. Many times we go to sleep at 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the evening. And then on top of that, we're not eating, we have no fuel in our body, we have nothing to increase our metabolism while we're sleeping. Mm-hmm. So we sleep to 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, hours a night. So that's what breakfast stands for. Break fat. We're breaking a fast when we have breakfast because we're fasting all night long. There's no food in our body. So to me, it just makes sense that you have as much food as you possibly can, good, clean, quality food, right up to before you go to sleep. Should be within an hour, I suppose.
But I think it's important what you said there, Drew. Clean food, because a lot of times why we get into the habit of not eating food after 6 o'clock, let's say, is because the foods that we're snacking on in the evening tend to be those lower quality foods. Right. But when you stick to those clean foods, it's a totally different ballgame then for how your body processes it that late at night.
And I think that's why experts say don't eat in the evening. Because we know very well that when we're eating in the evening, we're going straight to the pantry. And it's those sugary, fatty, processed foods that we're consuming late in the evening. It's not a clean snack meal, or it's not any type of clean nutrients or food at all. Yeah,
so stick to the clean foods frequently throughout the day, the smaller meals. throughout the day.
Yeah, don't feel bad about eating in the evening, regardless of what you've heard or read or been told most of our lives. You know, it's important to snack in the evening to increase our metabolism. And then when we have those foods late, like a good quality meal later in the evening, we're not looking for, our body's craving that sugar. Our body's craving those, we have those habits. So it's important to have that meal. Then we don't go to the, we don't go to the pantry, and we can increase our metabolism, burn body fat into the evening, and then.
While we're sleeping?
Well, not exactly while we're sleeping, but as close as.
Why not?
As close as possible as we can.
To when we sleep.
Yeah. Then you get up in the morning, you have your breakfast first thing, and then you can increase your metabolism again.
And with your metabolism burning like this, you're going to be hungry. Like, you want to be hungry. I think almost, I don't know, we think it's not a good thing to be hungry all the time. Maybe that's where I'm going. But with the metabolism burning at a higher rate, it's a good thing. You should feel hungry.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's the first thing a new member or someone that tries one of our meal plans says is like, I'm hungry in the morning, or, I'm hungry throughout the day. Well, that's your body working. That's your metabolism increasing and saying, I need more nutrients.
Feed me.
Well, what I think it is we think that more food equals more body weight gain. So in our mind, we say, I'm hungry, I have to eat, which means I'm going to gain more body weight, which is actually the opposite. The more quality foods we eat in shorter increments, then we're able to burn body fat at a higher rate.
I love ginger in everything. So there's so many health benefits, immune system and anti-inflammatory, a couple big ones with ginger, and it tastes amazing. And then I don't know if we mentioned lemon, but the combinations of when you put everything together, it's a flavor explosion. It actually does taste good. So give it a shot if you're thinking about it.
They're very delicious, but it does take some getting used to, of course.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to mention real quick, so you could add something like Complete Truth protein to a green smoothie if that's something that you want to try. So when you put Complete Truth protein into a smoothie, it turns it into a whole meal. So many times you have a protein supplement that's just a protein isolate. So you don't get the benefits of fiber, for example, or added antioxidants from food, or for example, something like iron that a lot of women are deficient in, that you get from quinoa. So this is also a slow digesting carbohydrate, so it gives you energy throughout the day. And then we also have healthy fats that are energy boosters as well. So that's why Complete Truth protein is complete. And
that's the name.
And when you're looking at other conventional types of products, even cleaner ones, they're usually isolates. So that's why we're hungry 20, 30 minutes after you have a smoothie. So Complete Truth protein is like having a meal in a cup. So I just wanted to share that with you.
It helps you stay fuller longer, right? Because it's a meal in a cup.
I gotta be honest with you, my mouth is watering while I'm sitting here looking at these. I really enjoy them, and I start to crave them in the morning. I look forward to having them, and I think that's important to understand, because many times we crave sugary or fatty or processed. Caffeine first thing in the morning
is a big one.
So when you start to have better quality nutrients, your body craves better quality nutrients.
That's right.
What else do we have?
Well, we kind of started getting away from the snack. I guess we kind of embedded smoothies as snacks throughout. But did you want to get into more examples of snacks now, or?
Yeah. So let's offer some tips. What's your favorite snack, for example?
Well, I have lots of favorite snacks. But the quickest, most convenient snack is definitely the protein balls. And the reason I say that is because there's no baking involved. A little bit of prep, but very easy. You throw your peanut butter, your rolled oats, your CTP, so your Complete Truth protein, some maple syrup or honey in a bowl, and you just mix it up. And then the part I like too about this recipe is that you can add things, nuts, seeds. So you could add hemp seeds, you could add almonds, you could add coconut flakes, whatever that you prefer. So once you have that all mixed up, your mixture all mixed up, then you just roll it into balls. It literally takes about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's so quick and easy. Then you store them in the fridge, you store them in the freezer, and when you need a snack, you just grab and go. So the next recipe I wanted to mention was our banana chocolate chip muffins made with Complete Truth protein. Complete Truth Protein as well. So the reason I love these ones so much is because they are such a fan favorite with kids as well. So it's something that the whole family can have. The protein balls as well. But I used to make the muffins for my students all the time, and they just loved them. And it's pretty easy to make. You can make blend up all the wet ingredients in a blender, and then just pour those in with the dry ingredients, stir it up, and bake them. And they're so delicious. And the nutrients, because they're made with Complete Truth Protein, you get all of that nutrients as well from the protein powder.
This is just an easy way for you to use the Complete Truth, or just learn how to make cleaner types of snacks, which we're talking about today.
Yeah, I also wanted to mention sometimes, often people ask me, how do I find your recipes? So you can just go to our website, Complete Truth. Now you're messing me up. Trueformlife.com is our website. And in the top right corner, there's the search bar. So you could search muffins, you could search protein balls, smoothies, and then you will get a list of all of our recipes and blogs that talk about those things. So they're super accessible on our website, all our recipes. There's also a drop down bar from our blog. It says Drew's blog on the top, where you can access all the recipes as well.
Yeah, you can search at any time as well on the website. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Trueformlife.com. And we share them on our Facebook page often.
That too.
And then we also share them, and we have a Complete Truth Protein group, or CTP group, that we share recipes every single day. So if you want to be involved with that, you can certainly come in and check it out. Many times that we look at recipes, we try to find healthy baking recipes, for example, and they don't turn out, or they don't do well. So Dorothy's been working on these recipes for quite some time, and it took a lot of time and effort to make them perfect.
Years.
So they're delicious, and they're moist, and they last. So if you get a chance, give them a try because they always go over really well.
One thing with our baking recipes, though, is because they're made with clean, whole food ingredients. There's no preservatives, no additives. You do need to store them in the fridge because they will quickly, in the pantry or on the counter, it wouldn't take long for them to go bad.
Yeah, a few days. A few days as opposed to a few weeks from like conventional refined sugar types of food.
Or white flour, right?
White flour. So they do need to be stored in the fridge, and they're very moist. So with all that moisture, they should be in the fridge, but they don't last long because they taste so good. So you don't have to worry about that. That's what we do. We produce content like we're doing right now, and then we repurpose them so people can watch them later or use them later at their own convenience.
Yeah. So should we wrap it up? Should we do a little recap before we go?
Yeah.
I myself am going off to work today. I'm subbing today. So, we should do a little wrap up today.
Oh my gosh.
That's my wrap up action. You like it? Wrap it up. Or maybe that should be chop it up.
Oh my. Make it stop. Okay, so
did we give enough snack ideas? Smoothies, protein balls.
Well, I don't know. We didn't say smoothies in particular. Smoothies are a great snack idea. So if you're not using smoothies, then you should definitely try it. It's the best way to get a quick amount of nutrients in your. A
bunch of nutrients in a short amount of time.
Thank you.
Is that what you're going for?
I'm trying here.
Trying to speak your language today.
So smoothies is the best way to do that. Get a lot of nutrients in your body in a short amount of time. Thank you for that. So that's a great snack idea. You can have that in the morning. You can have that at 10 o'clock or at 3 o'clock, for example. You can have it in the evening for a snack when you're craving. So that's important as well, is to get snacks in throughout the day. And then you mentioned...
Well, we talked about, I got to make a list in my head. So we talked about smoothies. We talked about the protein balls, which you can find the recipe on our website, trueformlife.com. We talked about the muffins. Another great one's trail mix, because trail mix we always suggest to make your own blend of trail mix, because those pre-made ones are generally full of salt and sometimes even sugar. There's even some pre-made trail mix out there that have like M&Ms in them. So make your own trail mix. So you would buy unsalted raw nuts, are preferable, but and then you can add whatever nuts and seeds you like, and dried fruit as well is a good option. So trail mix is always a nice grab and go snack. The healthy fats help us maintain energy. Why are you smirking at me?
I'm just agreeing with you. Why would you smile at me?
Getting little smirks over here.
When someone, usually women, are in our membership or try these recipes, and then their husbands or spouses
Or kids.
eat all of them. So they're like, I can't keep them in the house.
Yeah. We actually had somebody send in a picture once of her little toddler, I think he was around 2, had snuck up onto the counter to grab the muffins. And then there was a picture of him like on the floor nibbling away at the muffin, like he snuck in, he got it. That was a cool picture. And I just wanted to remind everybody who's using Complete Truth protein or thinking about using it, to store it in the fridge because it is a raw product. And so I know a lot of times those conventional proteins, they sit on our shelves for years, right? But this one is a raw food and we need to store it in the fridge once it's opened. Shelf stable when you have it, but when you get it, sealed up. But once it's open, it has to be stored in the fridge.
That's a great point. And lastly, let me say, other small bags. Allie, we have 1 pound bag, and we have 2 pound bags. So we have 2 different options. So yeah, there's a smaller bag. And what did I want to mention? Oh, we have a Complete Truth Protein group, CTP group that we're very excited about. So if and then the 2 pound bag would last maybe 2 months, just depending on how often you use them, if you're baking with it, or how much you use, how big your family is. And a lot of times people say, well, how long does it last? It really depends on how many people in the household are using it, or how many times a day you're using it, or how many times a week you're using it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're going to give you some ideas on how to use the product. And I think it's important, more nutrition stuff. I think it's important to get people together and excited around living healthy, especially nutrition-wise.
Yeah, so the main idea of the group is for 21 days to have a smoothie every day is the main idea. But we're going to be in there every day. Well, multiple times a day. Drew and I will be in there and we'll be posting recipes for you on how to use Complete Truth Protein. And we will be answering all your questions and we'll have lots of things going on in there in the group.
It's going to be so much fun. Sometimes people come back like 2 years later and are like, can I still use that? Then we're like, no, it's food. So it's food.
But
so,
a month, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest probably 6-month range.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can
It's
use
a good range.
you can leave conventional protein supplements in the pantry for like a couple years. And this, the nutrient value,
go bad.
probably not. So many preservatives in there. It's not even real. Like it's like putting a piece of plastic on the counter and be like, is that going to go bad? It'll never go bad because of what they put in it. But Complete Truth is a food. Like it's a food substance, so it needs to be used. So I would say that it's good for at least a year, but use it within at least 6 months. Otherwise, the value just continues to go down because it'd be like putting a piece of bread or let's use something with more nutrients, like an apple.
Carrots. Potatoes. Sweet potatoes.
Put them on the counter and they'll slowly lose their value and start to wilt. So
yeah,
that's what we have going on today. And I know you got to get going. So
that's a wrap.
We should probably wrap it up. So if you buy the product and you're interested in the group that we have going on, let us know. Leave some comments below so we don't miss you, and make sure we get you inside that group.
Mm-hmm. And make sure you're snacking. That was our topic today.
That's right.
Snacking.
Get those snacks.
And I can't believe I forgot, but veggies and hummus is a great snack too.
Veggie hummus. Oh, you love your hummus.
I love hummus. So, we mentioned all kinds of different snacks today to keep your metabolism going. So if you're not snacking between meals, healthy snacks, of course, then we would suggest to jump on the snack train.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Be responsible. Drink green smoothies.
Green smoothies. Yes, all the way.
All right, guys. We'll
have a great day.
See you guys.
Bye.
True Form Life.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for this edition of Exploring Mind and Body. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our True Form Life community. You can always find us on Facebook.com/TrueFormLife. We post up there a couple times a day on our story. We're always trying to bring you more content around living a healthy lifestyle, whether that be nutrition, fitness, lifestyle, and more. We also have free challenges that we do at least once a month. So if you follow us along there, you'll be able to join maybe a plank challenge or a squat challenge, Tabata challenge, challenge, whatever it may be. We'd love to have you join us. We're also on Instagram.com/DrewTadia. Again, we're posting up there a couple times a day along with our story, all dedicated to keeping you fit and healthy and on track. Our main website is trueformlife.com. If you want to check out some of our products, some of our services, or if you just want some great content from videos to blog posts and recipes and more, we got all that at trueformlife.com. Once again, thank you so much for being here. That's it. That's all I got. I'm out of here. As always, I'm your host, Drew Tadia, in health and fitness for a better world. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Exploring Mind and Body with Trueform Life's Drew Tadia, fitness expert. To find out more about the show, Drew Tadia, or to listen to past shows, visit exploringmindandbody.com.